What's going on, everybody? Kennybombx is in the building, and WrestleMania 41 is officially behind us, which means we are entering a brand new season for WWE. But not just that, we are entering a brand new season for WWE 2K25 as well. Because if you remember, last year after WrestleMania 40, they added the arena in the game along with some other goodies that I don't remember. And this year will be no different, because if you purchase the Blood Money edition, big shouts out to Mr. Dubs because that's gold. But if you purchase the Bloodline edition, you will be getting the WrestleMania 41 pack, what may just be very soon, because if we look at history, we may get an idea of exactly when we can expect to see this pack hit. So today, we're going to take a look at just that. But first, I need you guys to help me out by dropping a like on this video. Just don't forget to smash that subscribe button, especially if you don't want to miss any updates on WWE 2K25. Now let's get into it.
Run, boy, they coming down.
Alright, so just to make sure we're all on the same page, this WrestleMania 41 pack is not free. You purchased it if you purchased the Blood Money edition. If you did not, if you got the standard edition, as you can see behind me, it pretty much only came with the game. If you got the Dead Man edition, which is a premium version of the game, you still don't get the WrestleMania 41 pack as it is not listed here. But if you did get that Blood Money edition, then it includes the illustrious WrestleMania 41 pack. Now, of course, I can't say this with 100% certainty, but if you did not buy the premium edition, don't feel like it's too late, because I'm pretty sure they will be selling this pack separately when it is released. How much is it gonna cost? I'm not too sure. But if you don't want to pay for the pack and you still want these attires, at the end of this video, I'm gonna show you how to get them for free. But let's go ahead and see what's gonna be included in this WrestleMania 41 pack. And the first thing they have listed here is probably the thing I'm excited about the most. And that wasn't the case last year, because the big green stage just wasn't for me. But this WrestleMania 41 stage is just another animal. Not just the stage, I think the whole arena, 10 out of 10. They killed it. One of the best WrestleMania arenas of all time. First off, we have the stage, and they actually had people sitting in the stage, which is just top tier. Not only the stage, if we look at what's around the arena, and we gotta be careful here because this is actually WrestleMania footage. So these little pendants they have hanging from the ceiling, like they had the Bloodline showing up on there when Roman Reigns came out, just something different for every wrestler. I think that was amazing, so I'm excited to see that implemented in the game if they give everybody their own thing, which they probably won't. And just look at the full scale of the arena. Again, we gotta be careful here, y'all, because I'm not trying to get cooked. Let's just go ahead and move on to the next part, which we'll still have to be careful with. But this is another thing I'm excited to see in the game. If you guys realized, which I'm sure you did, at WrestleMania, the announce tables were actually a lot different than the announce tables we usually see. Instead of being rectangular, they were actually rounded, and it's just really a completely different design. Now we see Roman Reigns, again, I'm not going to play too much of this so we don't get cooked. We see him dismantle the table, and they can still put each other through the table, so I'm curious to see if they go as far as including these, or if they just give us the normal standard tables. That'll be kind of disappointing, because when they add this arena, I do want to get everything we got from that WrestleMania experience, because it was just stellar. Speaking of stellar, this next edition could be one of the biggest surprises we ever got in a DLC pack. Or maybe I'm reading it wrong, but if I'm not mistaken, this thing says My Faction Persona card, new playable superstar to be announced. I had to stop and think about it, because there's literally nothing else this could mean. New playable superstar means there's a superstar who's not currently playable that will be added to the game, and it's a persona card. So they're not only going to be added to My Faction, they will be actually added on the playable roster as well. So who could this be? Are they adding Vince McMahon back? Are they adding Brock Lesnar? Are they adding Joe Hendry? I mean, who is a playable superstar who was not included in the DLC packs that they're going to be adding in the WrestleMania 41 pack? There were some rumors going around about Travis Scott being in the game, so could he be actually added in this slot? I mean, Joe Hendry's the only other guy I could think about. We got it. It could be the man who hails from the Gulf of America El Grande Americano. Now, I know he just got to WWE, but the man has been very impressive, and he already got a spot on WrestleMania. Is this a wrestler who came from AEW and they just put a mask on him? I have no idea who this man is. But let me know who you guys think this new playable superstar will be in the comment section. Now, the next addition they have listed here is actually another mystery that has not been announced yet, but they do kind of close the window a little bit. They're saying this one is going to be from WrestleMania main event number 1. Now, when you say main event number 1, does it necessarily have to be from the final match at WrestleMania? Because we know they say the main event kind of starts the show and there's a main event that ends the show. And on night 1, we actually had main event Jey Uso. Now, when it comes to attires at WrestleMania, you got to give it to them. A lot of these wrestlers just understand the assignment. You walk out there every week looking like a superstar, but at WrestleMania, you got to turn that notch up and come out looking like a megastar. And even though the crowd and his entrance helps him out a lot, I feel like Jey Uso is one of those wrestlers who came out looking like a megastar. Now, on the opposite side of him, we had Gunther, who was not really dressed up in any special attire at all, which is fine. That's kind of his character, it's kind of his gimmick, so I get it. But if we had to get this one, I don't know if it would be the best because we only had 2 wrestlers in this match, and again, Gunther was not really in anything elaborate, so it would kind of be a waste of an attire spot. But Jey Uso, that is one I would love to see. But if we move on to the main event, I feel like we kind of get the same issue. First off, Seth Rollins is definitely a guy who understands the assignment. Every year at WrestleMania, he comes up with something fresh, so big shouts out to Seth. But Roman Reigns, he really didn't give us anything special. The man came out in some black pants with some white accents on his gloves and his boots. So that attire is what I don't care about. CM Punk, it was pretty cool. I think he went back to the attire he had in like SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. So it was a nice throwback there. But overall, the only attire I would actually like to see in this from that main event is Seth Rollins. Now, maybe they can pull Seth Rollins and pull Jey Uso. I think that'll be the perfect combination. But I know y'all like CM Punk, so y'all probably want to see CM Punk's attire in the game. I can respect it. And the last thing we'll be getting in this WrestleMania 41 pack is another Persona card. Now, I just noticed it says Persona card, which means maybe we only get 1 wrestler from the main event. Yikes! So I would say Seth Rollins for number 1. And number 2, it's got to be Cody Rhodes or John Cena, right? I mean, this is John Cena's final year in WWE. I think if it's for John Cena, though, we need that WrestleMania entrance. It's a simple entrance. You just black the arena out, put John Cena on the Trons. I think it's beautiful with the black attire. But it's tough though, because you could just make his attire black right now, right? So maybe we go with Cody Rhodes for night 2, but only because that mask he came out with was absolutely insane, and I would love to see them add it in 2K25. But when could this pack drop? If we take a look at last year's WrestleMania 40 arena, it wasn't released until June 5th. Now, I will say the WrestleMania 40 arena is definitely not as elaborate as the WrestleMania 41 arena, so maybe this one takes a little bit more time, but I think we'll definitely get it by mid-June at the latest. And I told you I would tell you guys how to get this thing for free as well, right? So, I'm going to be giving away 3 WrestleMania 41 packs to somebody who made it to the end of this video. All you guys got to do is comment, let's say, let's do Kenny Mania. If you did not get the Bloodline edition, type KENNYMANIA in the comment section, and I'm going to pick 3 people who will get the WrestleMania 41 pack for free from me. Thank y'all for tuning into this video. Don't forget to drop a like on it and smash that subscribe button if you have not already. Bomb Squad, let's get to that.